The multiverse is a strange and wondrous place. On the world of Gaius, in a remote corner of this web of infinite possibility, is a group of 4. They hunt for the killer of their comrades, but their universe is about to shift, and much depends on them, for this is a quest like never before. A shift quest. Celestium, City of Magic. In this bard's humble opinion, the most exotic and beautiful city on Gaius, but also one of the most dangerous, for it's also a city of immense arcane power. At night, you can see Celestium's glow from miles away due to the inhabitants' flagrant use of enchantments and illusions. Magical globes light the main streets, and gaudy, brightly colored illusory signs line the entertainment district. Throngs of tourists, scholars, power brokers, and ne'er-do-wells make pilgrimages to this unique wonder of the Age of Dreams. I have eyes here, for obvious reasons. Many eyes. The tale I'm about to tell is of a small group of them, on the trail of a deadly miscreant intending to harness the most dangerous of energies, bent on becoming the most powerful being in existence, at any cost. The tale starts, as it usually does, in a bar.
In a bar called the Floppy Hat.
Nice.
The floppy hat?
The Floppy Hat.
Oh, the floppy hat, okay.
This is a regular spot for bards and whatnot to ply their trade, and it's a very popular spot, so bards can make some good money here. The bartender is named Baltus, and the owner of the bar is actually a chief from Serena named Shariza. She puts up with no crap, and Baltus even less, but they're very friendly people. You guys are Eyes of Darius. This is where you go to discuss what's happened in the past, strategize, and go over all of your information that you've gathered. You guys have rooms here pretty much on a permanent basis. Victor Pisk is looking for artifacts, and you know for a fact he's got some already, but you don't know how many he needs and what he's using them for. But these are all powerful artifacts, so it can't be any good.
Okay. Do we have any idea where Victor might be hiding, where he might be storing all this stuff?
You don't know. He probably has a lair somewhere in the city, but you don't know where yet. He pays people for silence very well.
Have we been able to find out where other artifacts were stolen from around the city?
Artifacts are usually being stolen from rich patrons who own these artifacts, or museums that acquire these artifacts from patrons. There's an economy of artifacts in this particular city, and the rich like to show them off, and the museums think they should be for the people. And they're in conflict trying to get these artifacts. Victo tends to be one of the better people at getting these artifacts, because he started off with a lot of money and influence to begin with as a former member and leading member of the Gnomish Flash Powder Guild. It's unknown why he isn't a member of the guild anymore.
If we take all of the existing artifacts and put them on a map, can we, is it like this jig-jag all over the place, or is there any pattern to how they're stolen?
Patterns to how they're stolen? Not really. It seems that he's not doing these jobs himself, and that he's paying other people to do this.
Have
That's
they
the
all
only
been
thing you know.
stolen, or have some of them actually been purchased?
Some have been purchased, some have been stolen. Whenever somebody doesn't want to part with one, they go missing.
So we should definitely find out if there's been any new players who've been in the look to acquire some artifacts and have been very insistent upon such.
And anyone drunk at the current floppy hat to see if anyone is talking about a heist or any new artifacts or something.
Yeah, we could also try if we know where a recent artifact was stolen from, we can go try and investigate there, see if we can find any tracks or anything, try and figure out where these guys went.
Of artifacts that have been purchased and then subsequently have disappeared off the radar and no one knows where they've gone, so we assume that Victo has them. Is there any commonality between who has purchased them?
It seems that there's a guy, he wears spectacles, he's skinny, almost sickly looking, and he shows up with a large case full of coin or gems or whatever's most likely to make the purchase successful. It's like he's offering what the person would desire most, so it's obvious he's doing some sort of research.
Have the eyes of Darius been able to track his movements?
The eyes of Darius have tried. There's two different groups. One came close to following him, then disappeared. They were a less experienced group. You guys have been dealing with Victo Pisk for nigh on, 6 years now, is it? I think it's 6 years, right?
I think so.
Well, 5.5.
You guys are really looking forward to getting this guy because he's taken out 2 of your party members. Or is it 3? 2, right?
Yeah, I think it's 2. So sitting in the bar, is there anybody in here that's drunk enough and talking about heists, or that they know somebody that's somebody that just said they just sold a huge artifact or anything like that?
There's one guy in the bar. He looks a little nervous. And he looks nervous because one of you sent him a letter to meet you here. His name is Luto, and he's a gnome, and he's a fence. If it's being fenced anywhere, he knows it. Because he's the only one who can really unload any rare, expensive items. He's currently sitting at the bar, and he's not aware of your presence.
Well, I think we should go say hi, don't you?
Well, I think that it's probably a fairly delicate matter. I think someone should go say hi and have him join us. I think that if all of us went over, it would probably be a little too intimidating.
Maybe somebody of similar stature with a silver tongue for communication?
I think he means you, Gizmo.
Silver
I guess I'll
tongue
walk over
indeed.
there.
All right,
I didn't
so
see that you a lot of words.
Gizmo gets up, and what kind of armor are you wearing, by the way?
My clanky-ass chainmail.
Okay, so you get up from the table, and you kind of jangle your way down to the end of the bar where Ludo is sitting. As you sit down, he looks over.
So, I assume you're the one who sent the letter?
Yep. Why don't you come join us at the table so we can have a little chat?
All right.
He walks over, and he sits down at the table.
I don't know how you guys found out about that little, indiscretion of mine, but, let's cut to the chase here. What do you want?
We're looking for some stolen artifacts.
That's pretty much my trade.
Well, it's not so much the artifacts we're after. It's the guy that's stealing them.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm no snitch. I don't do that. It's not my thing. Bad for business. You understand?
What else is bad for business? Not being in business at all.
That's a very good point you make. Which guy are you looking for? What does he look like? I can keep my eyes out.
The dude's got glasses. Carries around a case.
Looks sickly.
You know, I've tried to do business with that guy because I knew stuff was going around. And he won't deal with me. Because he doesn't want anything fenced. He just takes it and it just goes away. I'm wondering if there's any competition out there. You guys know of anybody? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you got a pretty big competitor on your hands, from what I've seen.
Huh. Has he got permission from Liara?
Liara, by the way, is the leader of the underworld here in Salacium. She's almost got it on lockdown, and this guy works for her. The piece of information you have on him is the fact that he's skimmed a bit on Liara, and she doesn't look kindly on that.
Well, I highly doubt he's gone to Liara for permission on this. This seems like more of a personal venture of his.
Well, she's not gonna like that. Tell you what, I'll have some information for you in, give me 24 hours. And then, we'll talk then. I'll have some information for you.
This seems acceptable.
Sounds good to me.
You
All
back
right.
here then?
We'll meet here, I guess, and, yeah, don't follow me.
He gets up.
I wouldn't dream of it.
I immediately follow him.
In your clanky chainmail.
Yes.
Okay, he walks out. And are you following him close, like letting him know that you're there, or?
Well, not that close, but still able to see him.
Oh, like you want to do this stealthily, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Roll your stealth.
Is it with disadvantage for chainmail? 16.
16. All right, you follow him out. Is anybody else going with him, or?
I will follow Gizmo to make sure he doesn't get into trouble.
Okay. All right.
Crack
roll
my
your stealth.
style.
That's a natural 20. So
You
30
are
total.
Fine. All right, it's just the two of you.
I'm staying here.
I don't do stealth.
Okay. All right, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. So Gizmo and Kanan are heading out to follow Luto, the gnomish fence. He's paranoid, but he looks very, very distracted. And so he does all of the right things to avoid a tail, but his distraction is causing him to miss you guys. So you guys are able to follow him back to where he's going. You see him enter a middle class type neighborhood with still within the core type area. Not wealthy, but not poor. And he goes into a nondescript multiple unit dwelling and walks through the front door of it. It's probably going to be pretty hard to follow him without being noticed in basically hallways, which is what this place is made up of. Hallways and staircases. Do you guys want to keep going?
I mean, I'd say we could probably let him be, but
Yeah, we'll
what
let
do you
him be.
think, Gizmo?
Okay, you guys know where he is.
Yeah, I'd say we probably just head back.
Good enough. That took you about a half an hour, so I'm going to get back to Alea and Elwyn. An individual shows up. He looks nondescript. There's nothing notable about this guy at all, except for the fact that he walks up and sits down at your table with you. He could be, any dude on the street. How are you two doing?
Good.
Very
And
well.
yourself?
Doing very well tonight. Where's your other two compatriots?
I'm just getting some air.
In case you guys haven't figured it out already, I'm one of the eyes. I may have a little bit of information for you. We may not have been able to track where Victo's people are going, who are robbing the estates and whatnot. We can't track Victo or his mysterious case carrier, whatever you want to call him, courier, right hand, whatever you want to call him. We can't trace that guy. But we were able to find the bodies of the other group that went missing. It's in the warehouse
dead?
district.
All dead or any alive?
They're all dead, unfortunately. None of them made it. But we left the scene the way it was, and we know that since you are some of the more experienced members of the Eyes, that you might have some insights into this, so we didn't disturb the scene. He gives you the address.
We'll head there as soon as they're two back in from their breath of air.
Okay. He nods his head and walks out. Nobody even seems to notice him. All right, Gizmo and Kynan, you get back to the bar.
You know, it just occurred to me we're like 10 minutes into this campaign and we've already split the party. It's probably not the greatest idea.
Yeah, it happens. Not awesome for podcasts either, but
Yeah, fair enough.
you know what?
Okay.
I can handle that. I can handle it. I'm experienced GM. I can handle splitting every now and again.
Okay, so
You
when they
guys
come
haven't.
in,
You guys haven't been gone long.
Well, we just want to make sure that, you know, Luto got to where he was going safely.
He didn't see you, did he?
No, it didn't seem like it.
we have news. One of the agents of the Eyes of Darius came by and said they found the missing group. They're all dead, but they thought that we might be able to investigate and find out more than what they can.
Do you wish to go?
Well, we have 24 hours until Ludo gets back, so I'd say it's worth a look.
Then let us be off.
All right, you guys walk through the city, and it still amazes you how bright this city is. The city is so bright that when you walk into the city, you can't see the stars in the sky anymore. This doesn't happen in Little Tanum from where you guys are from. Salacium is really big. There's a lot of people, a lot of lights, a lot of sounds. It is almost overwhelming in its very busy beauty. However, when you pass a certain point, the lights no longer kind of flash and shine, and the sounds kind of die down, and it turns into a residential area. And then beyond that, you get to the docks. The docks are also noisy, but they're noisy in a different way. There's a lot of sailors and unsavory people in this particular area. There's also a warehouse district. There is a stevedores guild who control basically the unloading and loading of ships. And there is a dangerous element. The address you've been given is in the warehouse district, just off the piers. Make a perception roll.
I was just about to ask to do that.
All of us, or just?
I was wondering, do we just give you our passive perception?
Yeah, passive.
Well, my passive is a 15.
Okay.
My passive is a 17. So
Okay.
My passive is 12.
All right.
Ryan is also a big fat 12.
Who had 15? Or higher?
That'd be me.
Okay.
and I had 17.
Okay, perfect. You two notice that you're being followed.
Great. I'll kind of lean into the rest of the group. Is like, don't turn around, but I think someone's tailing us.
In this area, that would not surprise me.
So from our knowledge of the city, we've been in this area before, so is it safe to say that we would know alleyways that could have ways for help us to lose a tail?
Yes, I would say so.
So then since we've been together long enough, we probably have a planned scenario for moments like this of, ducking into, say, the nearest alleyway and moving swiftly to catch them following us kind of thing still.
So you want to try and duck into an alleyway and get the jump on them? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, go in a little bit further and then kind of another alleyway off the main alleyway, so we know they've come in out of their way to the alleyway and then they're right there kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, we could try that. Try and turn the tables on them and get the jump on them, I guess.
You guys are level 8, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
unless anyone else has a better suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or we just try to either lose them or hide just long enough for them to pass by.
I'd be okay with doing that too.
All right. So you guys are going to try and evade them, right?
Sure, we'll go with that.
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, who's leading the way?
On this, it'd probably be me, I would imagine.
Okay, you make a stealth roll.
Oh, boy. Here we go. 26.
26. Oh, interesting. You manage to lose your tail, but you notice that he's only a part of a group that's been tailing you. They have been trying to follow you into a place where it would be vulnerable. There's about a dozen of them, and you pick them out easily. You duck into an alley, and some of them rush in behind you, but you've already turned a corner by then. And you hear them kind of scuffling about and whispering. But then you round another corner, and you lead your group behind what looks to be a refuse bin. There's another group there that you just knew was going to be there because of your knowledge of how this kind of operation works. The group comes in and they can't see you, they can't find you, and they go back around the corner, and then you evade a third group, and this is how it goes for the next 20 minutes or so. And eventually there's nobody around you and nobody following you. You've successfully led your group through this, what was probably going to be an ambush.
Could have ended badly.
And now you're at the warehouse.
I guess keep a little more watchful eye as we're going into the warehouse too.
Yeah, someone should probably keep watch while we're poking around.
I can probably do that because I can probably cause quite use enough magic to alert everyone, and I have a little bit higher perception than everyone else.
All right. Something bothers you about this situation and this building. You're not sure what. Just got a bad feeling. The hair is standing up on the back of your neck.
Before we head in, can I check the door for traps?
Okay, check away.
It's investigation?
That it would be.
Or... Okay.
That's what I'll call it anyway.
Stay on the table. There we go. 19.
19? That'll do it. There is no traps. The door, however, is locked.
Well, not for long it isn't. Let's see here. Ugh. It's a 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah, for my thieves' tools.
That'll actually do it. It's not a complex lock.
Just
Not a
out
complex
of
lock at all.
just out of curiosity, from what we can see, what is this building made out of?
This building is made out of stone and wood.
Okay. Is it? Does it look like it's sturdy? Like, what? Does it look like it's thick stone or?
Yeah, it looks like it's a thick stone.
Okay. And the door is.
The door looks like oak.
Okay.
Mountain shadow oak, so it's heavy. Heavy.
Okay. Then, before we open the door, how big is the building?
The building is a warehouse, so we're talking not modern warehouse size, but it's significant for a fantasy world.
Okay. I am going to, before we open the door, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Detect thoughts? Okay.
Yes. And through the door, I can detect the thoughts of anyone that is within 30 feet.
Oh boy, you're gonna learn some things today.
Okay.
So if there are, which is a way for me to detect if there is any people that are alive on the other side of this door.
Okay. Make a saving throw, a will saving throw.
So a wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
20.
All right. When you start to stretch your feelings out to detect the thoughts of things inside the warehouse, this wave of hatred and malevolence almost drives you to your knees. You shake it off, and you've never felt anything like that before. It was like pure darkness.
Okay, so there's definitely something alive in here. Definitely something malicious in here.
And Gizmo's thinking something dirty.
Always, baby.
Of course.
I'm thinking that the individual that we saw in the bar has set us up. They knew we were coming, and they tried to set us up for 2 ambushes now. One in the street, and assuming that we made it here, another one in the warehouse.
Guess hoping to weaken us probably before we got here.
Yep.
Fun.
Now, because I cast a divination spell, I also get my expert divination, which allows me to get a spell of a lower level. I get to get a new spell of a lower level prepared.
Good. What's the plan? What are you guys doing?
First things first, I am going to do bless for everyone in the party.
Awesome.
What does bless do?
I
Keep
think
in
you
mind when
get
you're
a-
casting spells and stuff like that, some people might not actually play Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
So when
I
you're
was
using
click on
a
the.
I think
So
it gives
I
you
thought- yeah.
everybody a D4 they can add to attack rolls and skill checks, I think.
Yeah. So I basically tossed into our chat here. So you can bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. So the 3 of you guys, I guess. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a D4 and add the rolled number to their attack roll or saving throw.
Is that before they roll or after they roll?
Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends.
Before the spell ends. Got it.
So on every roll,
Yeah, every roll.
Hashtag blessed.
I will cast Mage Armor on myself,
Okay.
which I touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor, and Protective Magical Force surrounds me and increases my AC to 13 plus my Dex modifier.
Cool. Gizmo, do you have any things you want to cast?
Nope. It's all combat stuff.
Roger that.
Do we want to run in, or should we have someone try to scout it out and take a peek first?
I mean, they're probably already expecting us.
That's a good point.
Might as well bust these doors wide open.
Is that what you guys are doing? Kick them open, go.
If
Sure.
that is what the people up front wish to do.
Yeah, if we're going to do that, I'd say Gizmo and Elwyn, you might want to take lead on this.
All right, who brought the familiar?
I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, so I'm gonna get you guys to roll initiative right now, so we don't have to do that later.
Okay.
Alrighty. I got an 8.
Woohoo! Not last. I got a 9.
I got a 3.
17.
Wow.
Wow, that was fail. Oh goodness.
Ah, I forgot. So before I do all this, I really should start using guidance.
Oh, yeah.
Guidance? Okay, yep.
Right, because you touch one creature once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d8 and add the number to their roll to one ability check of his choice. It can roll the die before or after it makes the ability check. Now, by ability check, would that count only for our like strength, dex, con, those kind of things, or
Yeah,
would that, or
exactly.
would ability check be like stealth, history, those kind of things? Because
Anything
it doesn't say saving throw; it says ability check.
right. Anything you're rolling on an ability
Mhm.
is an ability check.
Okay, so all the skills, saving throws, but initiative would not be.
I would say no.
Okay,
That's a different thing.
then the next time before you tell us to make a roll for it, I'll try to remember to say I'm going to cast guidance on someone if it's depending on what we're doing.
Okay, cool.
The other thing that I forgot to do at the beginning of the night was after every long rest, I'm supposed to use my portent ability. I roll 2d20, and I mark those down. And anytime before the next long rest, I get to assign those before someone rolls a die to the die roll.
Oh, okay.
I basically tell the future. So I've got a 10 and a 15 that I can give away. I can only do it once for each of the numbers, though.
So we're charging in, I assume, still.
Yeah, if that's what you guys want to do, you can do that. And the order is Elman and Gizmo first.
Really, I got a 3.
Oh, okay. Well, no, we're not in initiative yet. I just made you guys roll first.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We all know a combat's happening, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you guys kick open the door, rush in, and you see 4 bodies in the middle of the floor. You hear a sound that goes something like, and then a breeze slams the door shut behind you.
That's not good.
As you guys are looking around, you're starting to get fearful. Some racking off to the side starts to shake, and then a box falls off the top and smashes on the ground. You feel something that might have brushed your face, and you hear another. That's when you hear a screech like, and this thing comes right out of the darkness, terrifying and terrible. Who rolled 17?
That's my passive perception.
No, that was initiative. Somebody rolled initiative.
Oh, then it wasn't me then.
Who rolled 17 for initiative?
That was me.
Okay. It is your turn to go, Gizmo.
Oh boy, how far away is it?
It is right amongst your party right now and coming at... definitely you. Doesn't like paladins.
Is it within 30 feet?
It's within melee by the time you catch it.
Oh boy, okay, so I'm gonna hunter's mark it.
Okay.
Hey, you didn't forget.
I didn't forget.
What does Hunter's Mark do?
I can add an extra d6 to damage.
Awesome.
And I guess I'm gonna smack it if it's within melee range.
It's within melee for all of you guys right now.
Okay, 20 total?
20 total? That... this is an attack, right?
Yeah.
That's definitely a hit. Is the weapon you're using special in any way?
Nah, it's the +2 mace.
+2 mace? Got it. Okay, this is straight damage then.
Okay, 10 damage for the mace, 10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
With another 5 for the hunter's mark, so 15 total.
Okay. This seems to surprise the Wraith badly.
Oh no.
The Wraith
Oh,
comes
boy.
in screeching, and you smash it with your mace as if it was physical and kind of knock it back a bit. It is surprised. Apparently, it had underestimated this new prey.
Yeah, you don't fuck with goblins, buddy.
Next, it is the Wraith's turn, and it figures this is a little bit more formidable than I'd counted on. So it looks at one of the corpses on the ground and crooks its finger. You see a soul get ripped out of the body, screaming, as light gets severed from the soul, and it looks around, kind of almost stunned. And that would be its round. You have seen this before, Elwyn, you're a cleric. You're the cleric, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. You have seen this particular type of spirit before. This is a specter.
So would I know that what it's just done is trying to create some kind of undead minion kind of thing?
That's exactly it. And you know for a fact that what you're fighting is a wraith.
So I would know that radiant light would probably be quite a powerful weapon against this thing?
Oh, yeah. All right. It is now...
Well, you said it moved away, right?
Yeah, it moved away, crooked its finger. A specter was yanked out of one of the dead bodies. And now it is initiative number 9.
So would we get tax opportunity on it if it's moving away from us?
Exactly.
Technically, yes. But I forgot to give it a surprise round, so I'm going to call it no.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so 9 would be me.
Yeah.
What's the light level in this area?
It's pretty dark.
Okay, then I'm going to fish a firefly out of a small spell component pouch and crush it in my fingers and touch the mace of our little goblin friend. And now his mace is glowing with light. Cast a light spell.
Sweet.
Thank you. I wouldn't be able to see otherwise.
So,
Does this count as sunlight?
no, it's the cantrip, light.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Oh, are you doing any movement or anything?
I will step back a bit.
Okay. 5 foot or full move?
Just 5 feet.
Okay, got it. Perfect. Initiative 8.
That would be me. Let's see here. I mean, I'm not too keen on going toe to toe with a Wraith. So, for what it's worth, is there any, like, you said there's like boxes and racks and stuff around here. Is there anywhere I could go to try to get cover from this thing and hide?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, definitely.
All right, then I'm going to kind of move behind like some crates or something, use my cunning action to hide.
Okay.
And that was my bonus action. And I will hold my attack action with my crossbow for if somebody gets up in melee with that thing.
Okay, roll your stealth.
13.
13. Okay. Roll perception.
That is an 11.
Okay, good to go. Next up would be Elwyn and the Spectre.
Okay. Is it going first or am I going first?
You're going identically at the same time.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. So basically, a flash of light streaks towards the creature of your choice within range. It's basically a ranged touch attack against the target. On a hit, it does 4d6 radiant damage. And for the next attack roll made against this target, before my next turn, they have advantage. Because it basically a mystical dim light glitters on the target until then.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
So, that'd be a 24 for a ranged
24 is
attack.
definitely a hit. Which one did you hit? The Wraith or the Spectre?
The Wraith.
Okay. How much damage?
Let's see. 15 damage.
Wow.
And particularly radiant damage.
Radiant damage.
Yes.
Okay. 1 second.
Nicely done.
1 second. That might do extra.
And then kind of, as I've done this, I've kind of let them all know that he has basically brought one of the dead guys back to life. So be careful kind of thing.
And this thing has to make a save for half damage.
Oh,
and
sorry.
it failed. What was your spell difficulty again? Just wanted to make sure. Oh, hang on. I got your character sheet right in front of me.
So what is spell difficulty? Is that the DC?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a 15.
Yeah, you failed. Okay.
Excellent.
So full damage, radiant, and there's no description in there. 1 second. Radiant.
And since it was successful, if he is not dead because of the radiant damage, basically anyone that attacks him has advantage until my turn.
Okay, perfect.
I have to remember I can cast that at a higher spell slot too to add more d6s to it.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Because the Wraith is basically kind of a shadowy being, right?
Yep, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, it should say in like the monster description if it has weakness in certain types or damage types, doesn't it?
Certain classes of monsters have weaknesses too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or is this more of a custom this world type creature?
No, this is a standard one. The stuff that I make up is a lot more disturbing than this.
More disturbing than a wraith.
Yep.
Oh, fun.
Oh, I know it's probably a bad time to mention it, but did everybody make sure to add their extra D4 for their bless?
Oh,
I
is that-
will when I actually attack.
Ah,
I did not.
All right. There's no vulnerability. It just does regular damage.
Ah.
So that was 15. It took it all.
cool.
Okay. Next. It's kind of weird in 5th Ed, isn't it? That yeah, it looks like they got.
So the bonus of using it is just seems to be just that everybody has advantage.
And you do damage.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like extra damage, right?
Yeah, no extra damage.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I've checked on.
That's okay. I'm still happy with it. 15 damage is 15 damage. So your wraith gets to have his turn now, or her turn. Okay, the
Well,
wraiths.
Isn't it the Spectre's turn?
It will be, yeah. Spectres. Your Spectre is going to attack. High or low, Gizmo?
Huh?
High or low? Actually, yeah, high or low.
High or low?
Yeah, pick high or low.
High, because I'm short.
Okay. It goes after Elwyn.
Oh!
And the Spectre turns to you with malice and attacks.
And the specter is basically the undead, right?
Yep. And it looks hungry. Hungry for life. And it is... Ooh. 22. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Alright. You take 14 points. And you have to make a Constitution saving throw. And Constitution saving throw is DC 10.
Got a 12.
Okay, so you succeed. It doesn't reduce your maximum hit points.
Woohoo.
Oh no.
Alright,
So
it
now
is
that
n- Oh, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say now that he's in, or that thing's in melee with Elwyn, can I use my held attack action?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot with my crossbow.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
That is definitely a hit.
Cool.
Is it magical?
It is not, but I believe I would get my sneak attack damage on it. Right?
Yep.
Awesome. Stay on the table. Come on. There we go. That is. That's not terrible. It's 15.
15?
Sorry, 16.
16. Alright. The arrow looks like it kind of takes a piece of the specter with it as it goes. And then the piece of that specter kind of evaporates on the other side. And the specter turns on you.
Uh-oh.
But it's not its turn yet. It is Gizmo's turn.
Oh boy.
You can make a move and to get into melee range with the Wraith, or you are currently in melee range with the Spectre.
You also have advantage against the Wraith as well right now.
Yeah, I was gonna get into melee range with the Wraith.
Okay,
And I will attack it with my mace.
alrighty.
Am I still blessed, or?
Yes, you're still blessed.
Still
It's a minute.
Oh, that doesn't matter. 21.
21 is a hit.
Okay. So, 8 bludgeoning damage.
8 bludgeoning.
Yeah, and 600 mark damage.
12 damage. Alright, it definitely feels that. You smash it with your mace, and it kind of screeches like... And then it attacks you back.
Oh boy.
It got a 20. What's your AC?
19. Dang.
Oh, just barely. Okay.
Dang.
So it is going to do 13 necrotic damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 18.
Okay, that's enough. Your maximum hit points are not reduced by the energy drain.
Sweet. That was 13 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. And I guess that's my turn.
Alrighty. And that's the Wraith's turn. Actually, the Wraith goes up in the air. Oh, no, it can't. It cannot fly. It moves away.
Do I get attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Sweet.
It is afraid of you.
Oh, man.
We are a paladin after all.
As it should be.
Yeah. 23 to hit.
23 is definitely a hit.
6 bludgeoning. And do I still get my hunter's mark damage, or?
I believe so.
Okay. And 1 hunter's mark damage, so 7 total.
7 total? Okay. Alrighty. Next on the list is Alea.
How far away is the Wraith?
The Wraith is... He's still about 30 feet away from you. He
Okay.
moved basically 30 feet away to begin with, and then 30 feet off to the side, so he's kind of about 30 feet away.
Okay. And because I 5-foot stepped back last turn, am I out of melee range with the Spectre?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to raise a finger towards the Wraith, and I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at
Okay.
the Wraith.
Got it.
And I do have advantage still?
Yes, and until it's my turn, you have advantage.
Okay. Then I have, let's see, 18 plus 7 is 25.
25?
Yeah.
That is definitely a hit.
Okay. 3 points of frost damage. And its speed is reduced by 10 feet until my next turn.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's resistant to cold. So that's half that damage, so you did 1.
Crap.
It's something.
Yeah.
We will wear it down eventually.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Exactly.
Well, I practically rolled min damage, so...
Oh, that's fair.
Kanan, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Am I still about 30 feet away from it, or do I need to move up?
You are... yeah, you're more than 30 feet away now.
Okay. I'll move up till I'm about 30 feet
Okay.
away from the Wraith then. And since I still got advantage from Elwin's attack, I'm going to shoot
And
with
you
the
have
crossbow.
blessed as well.
And I still got Bless. So
Yep.
I'm going to shoot with the crossbow.
Okay.
That is 26.
26. That'll hit the Wraith.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, that is 19 points of damage.
19 points. And that's halved. So that would be 9.
And if I have any movement left, I'll just
Nope.
use that in my cunning action to go back into hiding, because I do not want to go face to face with this thing.
So she did 10 points, not 9.
Hey!
So 19 divided by 2. 9.5. So it is 9. Okay. And what do you do? After you
I'll
hit?
just use my cunning action to go back into hiding. So
Okay, so you go to the other side of the warehouse.
Yep.
Okay.
And come on. That's 16 on my stealth.
16 on your stealth.
Yeah, hopefully that's enough.
Next is Ellen and the Spectre. Okay, so you guys, what did you hit the Spectre? No, that was the cross.
Kirk hit the Spectre.
Yeah, Kirk. So Kanan hit the Spectre, and you
Sorry.
just got
Sorry, Kanan.
life
hit the Spectre.
sucked by the Spectre.
Yes. I'm just trying to think. From my knowledge of specters and wraiths, if I kill the wraith, will that kill the specter?
You don't know.
Well, then you know what I will do? I will do turn undead.
Turn undead. Interesting.
Yeah, you will.
Well, I'm not going to turn undead, but I'm going to use the ability turn undead for the cleric. So as my action, each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so that is just the Spectre.
Yes. If the creature failed the saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute, but the difference is I also have destroy undead, so if it is a CR 1 or lower, it's instantly killed.
CR 1 or lower, this one is...
So is it 1 or lower?
Alright, so what is it? Okay, so you use the ability. Does it get a save or anything?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Alright. And if it is CR1, it is destroyed.
Yes.
Okay. This is what this looks like. Oh, wait, hang on. It's got to attack you too, because this happens simultaneously. It hits.
No.
12 points of damage. Make your save.
Okay. That would be 21.
21's a successful save. You guys see Elwyn and this specter kind of lock in combat. The specter is obviously draining life out of Elwyn, and Elwyn goes, "Begone, vile thing!" And it goes, and then it kind of dissolves into nothingness.
Awesome.
All right, Gizmo, your turn.
Do I get my bonus action still?
If you have a bonus action, definitely.
So as a bonus action, I will do, I think it's called Healing Word.
Okay.
So Healing Word is basically one bonus action, and a creature of your choice that can see within range regains hit points equal to a d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay.
Okay. So
Who are you casting it on?
on myself.
Okay. Can you see yourself? No, I'm only kidding.
So that would be 3 plus my 4 for wisdom, so that'd be 7 points of healing for myself.
Perfect. Awesome. All right, Gizmo, your turn.
Okay, so it's just the Wraith left now?
Yep.
And is it within 30 feet?
It is within 30 feet.
I'm gonna run up and smack it.
Alrighty. It's at this point it's holding its hands up like no.
Probably seeing Inspector just dissolve in front of it, it's kind of like, you can do that.
Gone haunted the wrong warehouse today, buddy, with an 18 or with a 21 to hit.
That definitely hit. Matter of fact, you caught up to this thing as it was going to flee from you, and you do your damage.
10 bludgeoning plus another 4 for the hunter's mark. 14 total.
You see Gizmo go, "Run!" And then he chases after the Wraith, and the Wraith goes, "No!" And then he just smashes it with his mace. And the Wraith kind of breaks into shards and then dissolves into smoke.
You just been ghost busted, buddy.
I ain't afraid no words.
All right. Everything is now quiet.
Damn it, I had a better one.
2 in the box, ready to go. We be fast and they be slow.
Nah, busting makes me feel good.
That's a good one.
Oh, Doc, I actually healed for 10 because I forgot that I'm a blessed healer. So when you cast a spell of level 1 or higher that restores hit points, I get 2 plus the spell's level.
Awesome. Perfect. Maybe that'll help me with my copyright infringement.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. It's fair use in this regard.
Yeah.
So, like I said, everything's quiet. No more ghosts. Actually, everybody make a perception check.
Okay. It's 11.
I'm
11.
going to use...
The 25.
25.
That's a big old natural 1.
Okay.
I got you.
I ain't seeing shit today, boys.
17.
All right. You got 25. I wasn't expecting you to make this roll. You guys hear from just outside one of the warehouse's windows that's kind of up in the air, somebody go, "Holy shit!" And then scuttle.
That's probably not good.